Mitzi, it's going to get quite cold in the next few months. I may have to get in there with you. Is that alright? Okay, alright, okay. You're okay with that. Good. Hello, welcome back to another episode of Surviving Perakula. I am Northern Gamer, and in the last episode we got some bees. And as of yet, we don't have a pallet, but then again, we only just put them down, so I'm not expecting any honey just yet. Hopefully we'll get some soon. That'd be very nice. Get that sold, get some money. Do you approve, mates? Good. So, we currently have £1,700. It's not enough money to do anything, but we do... Oh, sorry mates. Hey, good skid. We do have the bees making honey, so eventually we'll get a pallet out, so we'll be able to sell that. But at the moment, we have no other way of making any money at all. One thing I keep forgetting to do, even though like I said we don't have any money at all, is have a look at the used items. There's not really anything that's going to do us any good at all. I think today though, what we might do is try and get a greenhouse going. We have a couple of options, or 3 options. We have a £3,000 one, which is just a small thing, a 5,000 and a 10,000. A 10,000 would be very good. It would give us lots of lettuce or tomatoes or strawberries, whatever we decide to go with. But it's 10,000 and we don't currently have 10,000. Where we'd also need, because you need to put water into the greenhouse as well, so we would need either this one, which is £3,000, it gets 2,082 litres of water, or where is it? This is another option, although it's 2,000, it only does 1,000 litres. It kind of is in keeping with what we're doing, with it only being a little tiny tank. So that could be an option, but for £1,000 more, we'd get the modern one, which is double the size, double the capacity. We'll see. We'll see where we're at. So I think what we're going to have to do, we're going to need to make 10 grand, and that's probably going to be a lot of trees. I don't believe we've got a pallet out yet. No, 322. So it is going up slowly, but we're a way off yet getting some more pallets. So, it's going to be wood again. it's getting quite late, it's getting quite dark. So I might just have a call it quits for that little bit there. Go to sleep, and then carry on with this in the morning. And who knows, maybe... Oh! We have some honey out! We have a little bit of honey. Excellent, that's good. So yeah, so we'll go to sleep, and then when I see you in the morning, hopefully all those trees will be cut up and they'll be ready to go and get sold. So, I'll see you in the morning. Whoa. Good morning. Welcome back. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning in game. Loading this up. I'm sure that's not very safely loaded, but it's loaded. We do also have some jars of honey out as well, so that's going to be good to wait until we get a full pallet and then get that sold. So for now, we will take this, get it sold. Just going to make sure everything's properly strapped down. And we'll get this taken to biogas. Get it sold, and hopefully that should give us some money that we can hopefully put into a greenhouse. I think initially these episodes do feel to be progressing rather slowly, but that's only because we've started from nothing, and the only way we could do it really was to cut down trees and get it taken to this sawmill or to the biogas to actually make money. But I think over the next few episodes, once we get some passive in, especially with like the bees with the honey, I suppose technically now the sawmill's got all this wood in it, that's passively making pallets of planks for us. And I think if we can get a greenhouse up and running, other than adding water to it, that's going to be passively giving us lettuce that we can sell as well. And I'd also like to maybe look at sheep. I think that would give us wool, which would be another good income. So yeah, I think over the next few episodes things should just start to click into place, because this is farming simulator after all. We would quite like a farm, a field, something that we can actually work some land. Okay, so here we are at the biogas. Let's just come round. Get this in place. And get this sold. There we go, so we're up to 12,700 with all that. So let's go put this back. Go put down our first greenhouse. And then we need to buy a trailer. 2 pallets of planks. Let's take those over to the carpenter. Get those sold. It's giving us another 4,339. Okay, we're back. So I think we will just store this trailer over here. That'll do. Let's get a greenhouse. So production, greenhouse. I think the 10,000 is probably going to be the best option. Now of course, where to put it? So I'm thinking we put it about here. So we've got a little bit of room in front in case we want to do anything. Yeah, I think we go there. So Just open those doors. At the moment, nothing's growing. So let's activate lettuce. And of course, everything's dead because we need some water. While this trailer would be in keeping with what we're looking at doing here, we're going to be back and forth constantly filling it up. So we'll buy that. I don't think rim colour is going to change anything. Let's have a look. We'll go black. Don't make a blind bit of difference, but it just looks a bit cooler. Okay, so we will go with that one. And we will buy it. Let's go and get it from the shop and find somewhere to fill up with it. Here it is. Our little water tank. See if we can work out where some water is. Now I think there's some here behind this field. Or this could be some water as well. It's quite hard to tell on this map. Obviously there's the river, so we could go to the river. These could be water spots, that could be water, but that's not really accessible. We'll have to work something out. We need to get water. So it looks like it's here. Ah, there it is. Is it going to be deep enough? Okay, so apparently that one doesn't technically class as water that you can, or a lake that you can fill the water up from. So let's try this next one. And there's a little path up the side of it. Oh no, so this isn't water, it's just an old barn. So apparently you can't fill from there either. So apparently we can't fill the tank from the lake, little lakes or little ponds or rivers or whatever. However, the guys at the animal dealership have very kindly said I can use their fire hydrant, or water hydrant rather. Obviously they'll charge me for the water. So it costs about £208 for a full tank of water, which isn't ideal, but it's not as expensive as I was worrying it would be. Ideally I would have liked it to have been free. Maybe an update to this map mod will allow that in the future, but for now this is what we're going to have to do. So we will start unloading this. And there we have some lettuce growing. So keep this little trailer here. If I can remember how to reverse properly. Go see how the honey is doing. So the honey's only halfway full, which is good. But we now have lettuce. So for every 2 water that we have, we get 1 lettuce. So if we've got 2,000 water, that means we're going to get 1,000 lettuce. So 1,000 lettuce currently is around 1,600. So 1 full tank of this will give us £1,600 worth of lettuce. Just to maybe close out this episode is we'll do a few runs back and forth and fill up the greenhouse with water. And then probably plan the next stage, I think. Okay, so we're up to 8,000 litres of water now. I think that's enough for now, just to get us going. Yeah, so everything's progressing nicely. The honey's coming out. The lettuce is growing. So our passive income is starting to take shape. I think what we're probably going to try and do next is get something to do a bit more active. Now, obviously, we don't have any fields. However, there are fields on the map. Those fields are owned by people who need things doing. And a few of those things we could maybe do with limited equipment. So, we've got a couple of fertilizing jobs. At the moment, actually, it's probably just that. Maybe the cultivating job if we can get a cultivator. So, what I'm thinking, and I know I keep going back to this, but in one of the last episodes, we were talking about buying this, the Oliver. And I think this would be a perfect addition as a first tractor, mainly because just £13,000 and we have a 150 horsepower tractor. And if we buy that and we pair that with this baby, this is only £3,450. Can have an extension. So this is 3,700 plus the 13,000 for the tractor. So we're looking at about just less than 17,000, and that would allow us to do a few fertilizing jobs. So I think that's probably going to be where we're aiming in the next episode. We've got some logs to sell. Hopefully at some point in the next episode we'll have some lettuce to sell and the honey as well. So yeah, things are progressing really nicely, and I think that's probably it for this episode. So thank you very much for watching once more, and cannot wait to see you in the next episode when hopefully some of these passive endeavours start to pay off. And yeah, I will see you in the next episode. Time for a cuppa.